Hello? Oh! You were dead. Okay, so this is Earth. It's a little more dry than I would have expected it to be. It doesn't really seem like there's anything to do on Earth. So I guess let's just go explore the rest of the galaxy.
This is United Colonies Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
I assure you I have no contraband. Thank you.
And we're done. Welcome to New Homestead.
Alright, let's go ahead and land.
Welcome to New
Oh,
Homestead.
hello there.
Please make your way to the building at the end of the path and down into the colony below. Stay safe and enjoy your visit.
Okay. It's underground. Good to know.
I love this moon and its people. Oh, hello there. Are you here about the brownouts? That's usually the only reason people come up here to talk to me, since I'm the power system manager here.
I have absolutely no association with that. No, but that sounds like a problem.
You have no idea. Worse, I'm stuck up here overseeing the whole system, and we don't currently have anyone available to go out there and take care of the problem.
I could do it.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm a little new to the job, and I'll admit I'm struggling a little bit. I could use some help.
Just tell me what you need.
I could use someone who's handy with a laser cutter to break up the ice that's formed on some of the power system machinery out there. That should clear up the shorts we've been experiencing and stop the brownouts. Does that sound like something you can do?
Yes, it does. I love to help, but I don't have a cutter.
Not a problem. We're in luck. I happen to have one here you can use. Heck, feel free to keep it when you're done. We have plenty of them around.
Okay.
Just be mindful of the equipment when using it. The equipment's pretty old, and we don't want to make our problem worse by damaging it. Oh, and thanks again for volunteering to help. You have no idea how much I appreciate it.
Dead. I have gotten water from that. Good to know. Shuffle a little bit. Gone. Okay, there's one over here. Dead. Done. One more. And we're done. I have completed your task. It took 2 minutes.
I'm really glad you're helping us out. Great. I just saw the readings and everything looks good.
Awesome.
Thanks again for your help.
Do you have money? Thank you. Okay. We've done that. Hello. Let us go explore the rest of this place. It's a whole place
We take
underground.
vandalism seriously here. You don't mess with history.
I'm not vandalizing anything. Chunks. It's a little shop.
It's one thing to learn about early colony life. It's another to experience it.
Hello?
We're out of Chunk special sauce again. But trust me, the food's still great without it. Hello there. Welcome to the new Homestead Chunks.
Okay.
We've got all your Chunks favorites. Well, almost all of them. Sadly, we're out of the special sauce. I know. But everything else is still that great Chunks food you know and love.
Okay.
So, what can I do for you?
Running out of Chunk special sauce sounds kind of like a problem.
If I'm completely honest, it is. And people are always saying how this Chunks can't compare to the real deal.
Well, you need the
And
special
I
sauce.
just know it's because we never had that mouth-watering sauce.
Exactly.
I've been in contact with some of the other restaurants out there, and they'll give me some. But they say they can't afford to send it, and I don't have a ship, so what am I to do?
If you need someone to get it, I could do that for you.
Wait, for real?
Yes, for real.
You do that?
I would.
You're not pulling my leg?
I'm not. Yeah, no problem. Just tell me where to go.
Oh, yeah, right. I actually just got a message back from another Chunks before you got here, and they got a case ready to go for me. Just tell them you're there to pick it up for me, and it should be good to go. Thanks.
To lay eyes on the earth just once.
Tell your friends.
Jeez, you're depressed.
Hello there. Are you here to peruse our little museum exhibit?
I guess so.
You've got gotta do a better
Yeah, I was
job
just
of
looking at
keeping
some
your children
items in
out
your
of trouble.
collection.
Wonderful.
That little boy
These
almost
are
wandered away
all
on
rare
me.
artifacts from
Claudio
before the
said he
collapse
was
of
living
Earth.
street down by the mine,
There
and then he got his
isn't
arms
much
tied.
of this stuff
It's all been
left
ripped up.
outside of private collections, but here we're happy to share a glimpse of them with the public. If you have any questions about the exhibit or New Homestead, I'm happy to answer as best as I can.
Can you tell me more about the exhibit?
Of course, certainly. We have several items in our collection that we rotate in and out over time, but they all originate from the same place, Earth. We have everything from toys to antique technology to sports memorabilia. We even used to have an old Earth vehicle, but we had to sell it when we ran out of space for it.
Oh, okay.
Most of our collection was donated by fellow Earth enthusiasts and historians who felt it belonged close to the homeland here in the Sol system.
Can you tell me about New Homestead came to be?
It's an interesting story. New Homestead began as a scientific research base called the Titan Astrobase, back when space travel was in its infancy. The hope was that humanity would be able to discover simple alien life here given the moon's composition and water supply. When that ultimately failed, it was repurposed as a colony research base where scientists and engineers studied how to build colonies on inhospitable worlds. Then, finally, when gravity drives were commonplace and we started finding Earth-like planets, New Homestead was born as a living history community to preserve that past.
Okay, who are you and what do you do around here?
I am Maurice Leon, and I am the community elder. As the oldest living citizen at 96,
Damn.
my only job is to keep Earth history alive. I
Good for
tell
96,
stories to the
jeez.
young people and the visitors from other worlds. Although my memory isn't what it used to be, I try my best to get the stories right.
So, could you tell me a story about Earth?
I'd love to. There was once a war, so big that they say all of the world was involved. This was actually the second time it happened. They fought because a terrible man slaughtered many innocents. Millions were lost. Even the colony war pales in comparison.
Starship Tours.
Starsap Tours. Just
Starsap
see me,
Tours.
Bill
Okay, I
Starsap,
can't
if
read.
you want a truly one-of-a-kind touring experience of New Homestead. Why, hello there! I'm Bill Starsap of Starsap Tours. Let me tell you, this place is full of history and interesting facts.
Okay.
For instance, did you know that New Homestead was one of the first colonies established outside of Earth?
I know
It's
now.
been populated in some capacity for over 200 years.
That's a lot of years.
Yes, sirree, and that's not science fiction, it's science fact. There's a lot more history where that came from. So what do you say? I've got an opening. I could take you on a tour right now if you'd like.
Sure, why not?
Excellent! You won't regret it. My tours are one of a kind. Now, there's just the matter of price. The going rate for a genuine Starsap tour is only 100 credits.
I like to, but that's more than I'm hoping to spend.
Well, 100 credits is very reasonable, I think.
You kind of pulled a bait and switch on me, dude.
I assure you it wasn't intentional. I really should have been upfront about the price. I thought maybe you saw one of the flyers. Maybe I could do something for you.
I'm sure your tour is great, but you haven't really sold me on it.
That's okay. This tour isn't for everyone, I know that, but my price is fair, and I think it's well worth the money. No one's forcing you to go on it.
I love to go, I just really need cash right now.
Same here, friend. Sorry, but that's the price, and I'm not willing to go any lower right now. So,
Sure, why not?
great! Let's get this show on the road, eh? All right, so this is New Homestead's main concourse. This underground area didn't exist when the original outpost, Titan Astro Base, was finished in 2130. Follow me. We'll come back here by the end of the tour and talk about the museum collection. But first, let's go see where people live. Now remember, these people aren't actors. They actually live here, so try to be respectful of that.
Do you have a spaceship? I want to get a spaceship when I'm older. They're so cool.
No, I can't. I can't do
Welcome
that.
to New Homestead.
Do you need medical assistance?
You really don't seem to like tourists.
I don't. They make a mockery of New Homestead culture. And on top of it, they're reckless. It's like I said before, I feel like I'm treating them more often than our own people.
Sounds frustrating. I wish there was something I could do.
Actually, maybe there is. I have an idea that may be best suited for someone relatively unknown, instead of myself. I've got a mountain of work and a reputation to maintain. So I bought a realistic monster costume. The plan was to wear it, scare tourists away, and start a rumor about terrible creatures living on Titan. I figure that once word gets around, tourism will take enough of a dive to give me some relief.
Now that just sounds fun. I don't care if it works. I'll do it anyway.
That's the spirit. To be honest, I'm not sure it'll work either, but I feel like there's no harm in trying. Here's the costume. I think this will work best on the surface, so just find a group and run up to them, acting like a convincing alien monster. With any luck, they'll run screaming and book the next flight out of here.
New Homestead's farms are the beating heart of the colony. Without them, the original outpost would have shriveled and died. These pods are sealed and climate controlled, a perfect environment for growing the hydroponic vegetation needed for survival in the early days of the colony.
You get used to the methane process and smell after a while.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yes. Powering New Homestead. As you might imagine, generating energy was a real challenge back in the day because the technology was much more crude then. But crude or not, it was that technology that sustained the old Astro Base. And it might surprise you to learn that the same technology is still working today. The interesting thing about this old colony is that it's mostly powered by clean, renewable energy. You'll see one of the methods used on the horizon up ahead. That's right, New Homestead's famous wind farms. This spot was chosen for the colony in part because of its constant winds.
Well, I actually just fixed the wind farm for you guys. Just in case you didn't know.
These turbines have been integral to the colony's function since its establishment as a cheap, mostly reliable source of electricity. So, let's talk about wind power, shall we?
No, I'm good. We can move on.
You're the boss. Let's go. Moving right along, we're going to learn about Titan's great natural resources. Can you believe it? Back in the 20th century on Earth, they used to fight wars over natural resources like this and petroleum. They had this whole moon here basically made of hydrocarbons in their own backyard. They just couldn't get to it. Incredible how far we've come. New Homestead is home to one of the oldest and largest methane processing plants in the settled systems. Every year, UC engineers go through a painstaking, month-long maintenance process. It's how this place has remained operational as long as it has.
Okay.
I'm not going to take you too close to the machinery, liability and all, but I can still answer questions. This used to be named after a character in a popular fantasy novel, but it was changed a couple hundred years ago to avoid any potential litigation. Now, what's a colus, you might say? Colus derives from the Latin word for hill.
Oh, jeez. No, no, no.
You're shooting at ghosts now.
No, I'm shooting at a freaking heat leech. Jeez, Sarah. You should know how I feel about those.
People on other planets.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Free-flowing water, fresh lakes and rivers.
That did not happen.
It must be difficult trying to survive.
That did not happen.
When this collection of shipping containers is all you have for permanent accommodations.
Sarah, calm yourself.
What else can I tell you about the ice mines?
How do grenades go with the mine? I guess we found that out.
Well, that's that. I hope you enjoyed Starsap tours as much as I enjoy giving them.
Well, I actually loved it. Here's a little some extra for you.
Oh, wow. I really appreciate it. You know, I rely on tips from good people like you, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Enjoy the rest of your stay in New Homestead.
Right.
Wow, very generous.
Sarah
As long as you're
Morgan like
throwing
that.
around money, maybe you wouldn't mind tossing some my way.
Take care.
Sarah, you're not getting paid. I'm gonna get you. Why, hello there, everyone. How's our tour going today?
It's going to eat us!
Rah, 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 rah. Alright,
Did you scare off those tourists yet?
I scared off the tourist.
I'll bet they won't be coming back anytime soon.
Probably
Thanks for indulging me with my weird ideas. Tell you what, if you want to come back later and do this for me a couple more times, I'll even let you keep the costume.
not. Okay.
What can I do for you?
Where do you get a costume like that anyways?
I bought it from a private seller. They said they got it from someone who wore it in a secondary school as their sports team mascot.
Okay.
I guess it was supposed to be a tardigrade or something. Anyway, the person I bought it from modified it a bit so they could use it in an independent movie they were making. But I guess that went nowhere, so they had to sell it. Lucky me, I suppose.
Lucky you. Are there any dangerous hazards to worry about on Titan?
It's a harsh world, but as long as you're inside or wear a suit when going out, you'll be fine here. There's no breathable air on the surface, and you'll quickly freeze to death outside without protective gear, but otherwise the hazards are minimal.
Okay, sounds good.
New Homestead was an early colony research base and has stood the test of time. It's safe, and it's proof that people can live pretty much anywhere. Don't worry so much.
All right, good talking.
Stay
to you.
safe.